Oni here with another beginner build. If you're on Team Dum Dum, then just like me, you'll notice that I ran through a few different renditions of automatic builds for these things before I settled on this setup, which essentially an overview is that it hatches have eggs that then get sorted into one of two areas, and then excess exits, which I can see that we're already having a small issue with this, so I didn't account for the excess, which I'm going to build that right now really fast for you. So essentially this will just catch all of the additional eggs. Yep. Is that professional enough? Okay. So essentially all this is doing is, hey, if this is closed, then just continue down. If it's closed, continue down. And I probably should have put this like here, and then it can run down this, but whatever. It's all good. It's all good. But that would have saved a little bit of travel time and space, but whatever. Okay. So here is the simple build. So oxygen, this is becoming a problem just in general with my base. So not really going to talk too much about that. Power overlay, very simple. We just have the conveyor loader here, and the auto sweeper in the middle. So nice and standardized. Don't need this. So that's what that is. Temperature overlay is fine. Doesn't really matter for this. Same with materials. In general, I tried to use granite because we are kissing that decor. You'll see in a second. Light overlay, not worried about it. Plumbing doesn't matter. Ventilation. Okay, so our decor. So our decor is a little low just on this spot, but it is maximum here thanks to these guys. So, maybe it's moved the ladder and this over one so we could have a single statue on either side here, but it's so close to being right there that I'm probably just not going to worry about it. And really it's just like that square is really what matters the most. This one isn't full because we're still working on these masterpieces here. All right, so that's the decor. Germ overlay doesn't matter. Farming overlay doesn't matter. Okay, room overlay, we can see we're at 96. Now, because I took out this stuff, I noticed that I needed one more slot back. So this is actually one less square. And then for this egg chamber here and / growing chamber, I indented it one over here, which I could have done up here, but this just made more sense with what I already had, and I think it's fine the way it is. Okay, so anyways, that 96 is there. Automation. So this has been really simplified. Maybe I will just talk about that by itself, and then we'll do the shipping. So this automation is essentially saying, hey, let's count the eggs and the critters. If it's over 4, then just send it out. So I could have set this to a different number, like 6 or 5. I just kind of arbitrarily set it to 4, just to make sure that there's kind of always going to be something, or rather in here to pull from. And if that doesn't end up working, then I'll adjust it. But these guys are going to be, I feel bad if they get born here, because they're essentially just going to be waiting for one of these guys to die. And when they do, then they'll then they'll be placed inside. So it's a temporary space for them to live until they can be dropped off here. So essentially these get auto wrangled by our rancher every so often and then get put into here. So that's the simple. This is just controlling this chute. Hey, dump the eggs in here. Now if the chute is disabled, or when the chute's enabled, the sage eggs, I've set this to specifically sages, will go into this chute. But if it's disabled, it'll just continue down this line. Oop. And I put these bridges to make sure that they will continue down that way and not go anywhere else. Just trying to make sure that, actually I do think I need to, I think I had this set up backwards, so that needs to go up. Yeah, you can already see this doesn't go down. So essentially this will come down and go into here. This will check here before checking here. See, and then it comes down, comes into here, pops out of here. This goes here and goes up. That's the, it goes here and then goes up. It does not go down. So if it goes down, then it won't work. Now this, I think I'm just gonna move this to here for consistency, because I will end up building more, and I want to make sure I'm mimicking the same exact style. And this can be here to make it a little bit simpler. Anyways, okay, so that's what this is doing. So this is controlling this chute. If it doesn't work, it goes up into here, and then it gets sent down. So the reason it goes up and not down is because I don't want to connect this to that, so that way the eggs are mixing, but by sending it up instead to hit this bridge, then it'll go up and then skip down here and come down, skip down here, come down. Otherwise, if it goes down, it'll go boop and come down, hit this bridge, and then it will cross over this chute and share its eggs. We just don't want to share the eggs. Okay, so that's what that is. Looks like we need a little bit more conveyor rail in order to build that, but it looks like we're doing okay. Okay, just make sure we got everything. All right, so that's the simple, straightforward build. Everything else, so in this conveyor loader is all other hatch eggs, meat, and coal. And I think that is all we're ever gonna see. All eggs should be, filtered out very easily. I guess the other question is, when these hatch, are we outputting some kind of eggshell, which we'll have to figure that out after. Can't remember if that's the real case, but that does get disposed over here. All right, so thank you for watching, and definitely consider a really simple build like this that has very little automation. The only other automation I would consider adding is a sensor that connects to here, so that way your rancher isn't wasting time tying these guys up and wrangling them. They only do it if they get called to do it over here. In which case I would probably move a couple things around in order to do that. But essentially all that would really look like is you would just get one of these critter sensors. You would just pop it in, ideally in this space, but it is entirely full because of what I've done. And you just, this actually isn't terrible. You just loop it around. It is a waste of your refined metals, but sometimes you live and you learn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and expedite this so you can see it. We're gonna full expedite of this one. Set it to 3. Just want to show you guys just this one last idea. That is all. It's currently disabled. Okay, so that is built. Let's go ahead. You guys can go back to bed. So you just say very quickly, you say, if this is above, if this is below 8, send a green signal. You can see it sending a red signal. So here we'll do a test. If it's below 9, send a green signal. So that's toggling this on or off based on what your dupes are, or how many critters are inside of here. So that way your rancher isn't auto, hey, he's not wasting his time over here doing that. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you enjoy. Thank you for checking out this beginner build, and be sure I have more builds on the site, or I'm sorry, on the channel, if you wanted more, and you can just completely disregard the other egg chamber that I built up there. All right, thanks so much. See you guys.